Welcome to the Friday Night Lineup, a show about two friends reminiscing on TV shows and movies from our childhood and teenage years that would typically air on a Friday night. And this episode is my birthday episode. That's right, Jessica had a few surprises in store for me, and I had one for her as well, which was making us watch one of my favorite movies of all time, Cheetah Girls 2. We discussed the movie and what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, what aged well, some of the drama that went on set. And basically, I talked about how I thought of the movie as a kid and how I think of it now as an adult, as a 27-year-old adult. That is gross. I can't believe I'm 27. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And with that, roll the intro.
Hi everyone, this is Jessica.
I'm Sharissa.
And we're having some difficulties again.
Yes.
But not technical. Well, kind of technical.
Technical, but we can't get the audio to work again, so we're doing one mic all over again. And hopefully it's a little bit better this week.
I don't think it'll be that bad.
Yeah.
Because we're inside.
We're indoors.
I thought of that immediately. But as you guys can see, we're being a little festive. Because someone
is turning 7.
I was like, wait, what? No! I was like, the 2 bell? All that hard work?
I'm turning 200 unicorn 7. But by the time you're watching this, well, when you're watching or listening to this, the next day will be my birthday. So this comes out the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
And we made it a rule here on the Friday Night Lineup that when it's your birthday episode, you get to do whatever you want. So I knew this would be the only way I can introduce the Cheetah Girls to Jessica. So here we are reviewing Cheetah Girls 2. I can't get enough of this movie. Like, this movie is just, I tried so hard. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in all snobby. Like, oh, I'm an adult. I don't like Disney Channel anymore. But I just kept, the party's just begun, just suck me in. And so, yeah, I tried to hate on it, but I just couldn't.
So, she knows how I feel about the Cheetah Girls.
Yes.
But y'all don't know how I felt about the Cheetah Girls.
Go ahead, disappoint them.
Okay, no. So, to your surprise, I actually enjoyed the movie. I did. Minus some things here and there.
It's a birthday miracle!
But I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, man, like, I wonder how it would have been if I really liked this at 12.
Yeah, no,
we
were
11. 10, 11.
11, 12. Yeah.
I actually really liked the movie, minus, like, things here and there. Like,
yeah.
Like, cheesy things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be very honest. I kind of fast-forwarded the songs. Because they repeat themselves.
They repeat themselves.
I mean,
yeah, they
so I listened to, like, the first chorus, okay? Like, the first bit.
Oh,
and then I was like,
the song
okay,
repeats itself.
Let's go. Let's wrap it up here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This should have been an hour, not an hour 30. And it's, in general, it's a really good movie. I'm not gonna lie. I actually liked it. And like I said, I just kept thinking about, like, wow, what if I really like this? Like, at the age that
honestly
it came out.
think, because, hold on, when did it, since I'm on it.
06.
It came out the summer of 6th grade.
Oh, before we started 6th grade.
No, like, we're going to go 7th
grade.
In a few weeks. We're going to go to 7th grade.
I was going through that stage where I was like, that's for little kids.
I watched, Bunked and, like, MTV stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I was watching not Disney Channel.
Yeah. But, I wouldn't say only because I did stick around Disney Channel for a bit. The first one came out, we were in, like, 4th grade. Mm-hmm. So.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because they waited 2 years. It was a 2-year gap.
My question: why is Raven-Symoné not in the third?
So we're getting into the tea early, I see. Okay, so I will to sum it all up. Basically, what happened was between Cheetah Girls 1 and 2, they all went on tour. So Disney was trying to make the Cheetah Girls like franchise strong, but she was doing That's So Raven and Princess Diaries 2 notable roles that she did between that time. So she was away from them. And so second movie came along. They're all buddy because they literally tour together. They're literally a girl group.
But she wasn't.
And she wasn't. So she was kind of isolated. And I think she even had a producing role on the second one. So she was kind of, to them, they saw her as a higher up, not a colleague. So didn't really get along on set. We'll get into the tension later of some castmates.
Girl.
But yeah, and then the third movie came. She was wrapping up That's So Raven. She had College Road Trip with Martin Lawrence and basically a whole bunch of solo endeavors. So in short, that's the reason why Raven was a part of it. It was also the drama aspect of not getting along.
I kind of peeped it though, with like in the you could, I don't know, I could kind of tell some things weren't like when they were acting. Yeah, it wasn't like, I don't know, like just seeing it for the first time, I was like, I don't see the chemistry. Yeah, the chemistry was very off. It was there, but it was kind of like it forced. It wasn't as strong as the first one. The chemistry was, and that's why a lot of people like the first one more. Can't relate.
I personally, I mean, I would say give the first one a watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's not homework, but like you can, if you're just like, I'll give it a watch. That one you can fast forward through the songs. But
Fun
that
fact,
one, yeah.
Vicente watched the first one.
He did? Mm-hmm. See?
He's like, I remember the second one, but not too much. I wasn't really into it, but he watched it.
And the reason why I would have thought... the reason I would have thought you'd like the first one is because their songs had purpose. They didn't have songs like Strut, where they just broke out in the street and sung a song. It was like, we're performing for Jackal Johnson. We're performing in the talent show. Okay. Every song was a performance.
Yeah, because the first 2 seconds, they're breaking in the song already. And
but that's a performance.
Yeah, it is.
That's the one that
counts. Fine, yeah.
That counts, and the ending counts.
That's fine, yeah.
Everything else was spontaneous.
Like, let me show you my Barcelona. And I was like, oh my gosh. One thing you guys will know, well, I'm pretty sure. Well, did we discuss that I don't like musicals? No, because that was in that other video.
Well, that came out.
Oh yeah, you're right. That did.
But only 3 people saw it, so you can.
Okay, so I don't like musicals. Like, it's not my jam. It's not. I don't know what. I think it's just too cheap. I don't know. Don't come for me, but I just because don't like them.
And it, not to get super like musical nerd, but
nerd alert.
A lot of these aren't really.
This one I wouldn't consider it a musical.
Yeah, because musicals... Well,
musicals like High School Musical. That's ridiculous.
This one's more of a musical than the first movie.
Really?
Because the songs drive the plot. That's what defines a musical. And so the first one, they just so happened to have singing in it. It wasn't like a musical. It didn't drive the plot much. They were literally performing, and that was there. But Strut is just like, hey, we're discovering Barcelona. That drove the plot.
Yeah, you're right.
What other ones? You know what? You might be right. I think Strut is the only one that drove the plot. Everything else, like, we're at the Dancing Cat, I'm performing.
Yeah.
We're at the festival, I'm performing. So
the only time they did do it, kind of... Well, no, because that was a performance, too. It was when the guy was playing the guitar and they started singing the song, the lullaby.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite songs, by the way.
But I don't think that's considered breaking out in song.
Because he was performing at the Dancing Cat. Yeah. So, yeah. And the Dancing Cat, if you don't know, is the name of the club... The teen club in Barcelona. I wanted to go to Barcelona so bad. That's like as a teenager. Like it's
like city nights.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, obviously not. But
the Dancing Cat is more elite and elegant.
Yeah.
Versus city nights. I mean, I've never been, but from what I've seen and heard, it's no city nights. And also, they had like a boat party.
Oh yeah.
Or like not a
boat
like
on
party,
an island,
but it was like some beach island party.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
I'm like
at 15 or 15, 16, I'm like, dang,
15,
okay.
16 years old.
All right.
I'm like, meanwhile,
you would think because her mom tagged along. I forget.
Both their moms, Galleria and Chanel's mom.
Galleria, her mom tagged along because
Yeah.
she was like, you can't handle four girls.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found with the girls, mind you.
Yeah.
Wasn't chaperoning. They were roaming.
They had.
So what's the difference if she would have went and if she didn't go?
Well, okay. So
you know what I mean?
The two moms.
They're like BFF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're best friends.
I get that.
So clearly, if she was going to bring her daughter, she wanted her to come too. And the whole purpose, if you're not familiar with this movie, the whole purpose of this movie is that Chanel's mom is suspecting that her fiance Luke is going to. Yeah.
Where's my ring? I want my ring. Where's my ring? I'm like, girl, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. And if he don't, then he don't.
2006 for you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So she was spending this. It was supposed to be Chanel and her mom are spending the summer in Barcelona because she needed to meet Luke's family and all that other stuff. And so Chanel is worried that if they do get engaged, that she's gonna have to spend her senior year in Spain and not New York, where they're from.
Yeah.
And so Galleria, being Chanel's BFF, she's like, we're gonna get you through this. And then by like the magic of Chinese food or whatever it was,
Chinese food and a shooting star.
Yeah, all those are shooting star.
Yeah.
The shooting star. The wind came through and conveniently flipped to ad for a festival
in Barcelona.
Yes, around the time that Chanel would be there. They auditioned over the phone.
They were a week late.
No, they were a week late to audition, but the festival itself was around the time that they were going to be there. And then so they auditioned over the phone, eventually got into the festival. So now all of them are going to New York. I mean, not New York. They're all going to Spain. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the movie. There's like a whole bunch of plot points and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure we're going to get into.
The biggest one for me was
Lola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
I hated her so much then.
I already knew that she was gonna, as soon as because I saw the light bulb kind of turn on when they were singing. I was like, she's gonna try to split the group up.
See, I didn't catch it as a kid.
Well, yeah, I don't think.
But now, the only reason why I caught it is because, what's her name? Marisol?
Yeah.
Marisol, yeah. Her facial expression is like, no, Mom, are you really gonna do this?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I should have saw this sooner. I didn't see it until I think they gave it away.
She's like a really big
star.
In, Belinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, Belinda's in this? I was like, oh my God. I remember her being in it when we were younger.
Yeah.
But I actually listened to her music, not like just like I didn't even.
And I think it took me getting older to appreciate her song more.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's a really good song.
Yeah.
I don't think I skipped it. For me, I have the soundtrack. I don't have the movie, the DVD. But, yeah, my aunt gave me the soundtrack the summer.
You were pretty obsessed. Not obsessed. I
think that's the only thing I own. Oh, no, I have the movie. I have the first movie and the second
Cheetah Girls.
soundtrack. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yeah.
But,
not like you obsessed over it, like, in middle school. Like, it was, like, when we were, like, I remember.
I think because I was a fan of Raven.
Yeah.
And so that spilled over into Cheetah Girls. And then I think, because Cheetah Girls was pre-High School Musical.
Oh, yeah.
So,
High School Musical came out like 6th, 7th.
High School Musical came out the same year as the first. No, wait. High School Musical 1 came out the same year as the second Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they basically tested the waters of musicals on Disney
went
Channel.
overboard with High School Musical.
And the only reason people like High School Musical because they got a bigger budget. Literally, Cheetah Girls were the guinea pigs because they were the first musical.
It was pretty good though. Like,
what?
I didn't see any like
movie. Yeah, I mean, you mean like good in like the content?
Yeah,
or yeah. I know there's some hiccups here and there, like with production stuff, but yeah, because I think like the voiceover the voiceovers are off at some point.
Yeah.
There's this one part where, like, they're driving and Aqua and Chanel are having this conversation in the car, but you can't see them. That's clearly ADR and unnecessary. And I'm just like, why is this here? And then some of their outfits, I was like, whoa. But I'm like when Adrian was having, I'm sorry I'm, like, going back and forth between their names, but Adrian plays Chanel. And then, okay, so I'll run through them all. Adrian plays Chanel. Raven plays Galleria. Sabrina plays Dorinda. And Keely plays Aqua. So I'm gonna use those names interchangeably. So Adrian's outfit and strut, I never noticed she had a bodysuit on with low-rise jeans. I'm just like, what is it? And a blazer. And I'm like, what is this?
It was very dated. Their outfits.
But I would say that a lot of my taste in clothing came from this movie and didn't realize it.
Oh, wow.
Like, I wore, mostly to church, but, like, have a blazer with a shirt, jeans and flats. That was like, if I could find the picture, I will insert it. So if you're listening, go to YouTube so you can see this embarrassing picture now. But that I had a vest.
You didn't dress like that at school. Not that I remember.
High school.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, like, I wore pretty much tennis shoes the whole time, but I think high school, freshman year, I decided to wear flats. Quickly gave that up. I'm like, no. But
that's when we all found ourselves.
Huh?
Somewhat, we all found ourselves.
No. I was soul searching freshman year of high school, but I think that was. Oh no, the vest. I really dressed a lot like Dorinda's character.
Really?
Yeah, like with the.
Hers was a very generic.
Yeah, hers was very basic, but
basic.
I loved being basic. Still do, but it was like the long shirt with the belt that's not connected. I wore that a lot.
Oh, one longer than the other.
Layered queen.
A belt. So what stood out to me, I was like, damn, this is like really 2006. Mm-hmm. So she wore a pink, what was it when she was dancing with
Joaquin?
Yeah. She wore
it was the pink form-fitting shirt and then had the belt.
Brown pants.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bobby Jack is quaking.
That's just so that time. I was just like, sheesh. That's 2006.
Yes.
That's what all the girls dressed like. Overall, it was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it.
I'm so glad you liked it.
I was gonna tell you, but then I was like, I want to get her like authentic.
I know. I was like,
authentic reaction to me, like actually, because I was opposed up until this point because I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this movie. I don't want to watch this movie.
I really think you would have enjoyed it as a kid.
I think I would have.
What parts did you find, like, what sold you on the movie?
I'm a sucker for, like, little romance. Well, little, like, oh, I like you too.
Oh, like
that stuff. Yeah.
And then that's another thing, like, a running thing with Cheetah Girls. I don't know why. It's only one that can have, like,
you
a
would think that
thing.
They would all, because I thought that,
Galleria and Angel.
Yeah. I thought that was going to happen because she looked at him, like, with googly eyes.
Yeah, like, love him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, so they're a thing, and then Joaquin and her a thing, but then I didn't see the other two with guys.
Yeah, so basically throughout the whole franchise, everyone has a thing except for Chanel. Because there's only 3 movies. And so they all got a turn.
So who was in the third? Obviously.
The third? So dumb. So Keely is the person in the third. And she had like some tech issues or whatever in New York. And so when you call, most of the time, like if something's 24 hours, usually the customer service is like abroad in like Europe or India and all this other stuff. So they went to India in the third movie because Adrian thought it was Bollywood was Hollywood. And so she accepted the trip. And then so conveniently, Keely found the dude she was talking to.
How ironic.
On the phone for tech support. Because, like, her problem was solved. I don't know if it was, like, her computer or what. I only seen the third movie.
Have you turned it on and off?
Did you put it in rice?
No. Wow.
I only seen the third movie probably 1.5, maybe 2 times.
Oh, you haven't even?
I haven't. Yeah, I watched it once in high school, once in college.
Huh.
I didn't watch it when it came out because I was so anti Cheetah Girls 3.
When did it come out? Because she wasn't in it.
Because Raven wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And they had the nerve. So you remember the what's the song? Step Up. When they're in the dance studio and they're like stretching, singing, and then it turns around, there's a dancing cat. So that they used the part where they had the little choreography with the mirrors.
Yeah.
They used that for the promo for the third movie, but cropped Raven out. And that's when I was like, you will not be getting this view. I'm not watching this movie. They could have showed a little bit of promo from the third. They didn't have to pull from the other movies. And
cropped
her.
Was she at the end or was she in the middle?
She was at the end.
Wow, convenient.
Yeah, she was on the left-hand side.
It's like they plotted against her.
I know. And she did have a little bit of space.
Wow.
I was like, conspiracy.
Dang.
So yeah, that was what set me off from not watching it. Because I'm like, it won't be the same with Raven, but I think I'll watch it. And then once I saw that, I'm like,
but she was like the mom. Like, not the mom, but she was like the leader.
It's literally
like
her group. Like the formation of Cheetah Girls was Galleria and Chanel.
Yeah.
Decided to make a group together because that was like Galleria's dream to be
when they were little though, right?
Yeah, when they were little. And then Dorinda came into the picture somehow, and in the first movie was when Aqua moved from Texas to New York. And then so they became friends with her. Then they became a quartet of a group. And so this was all Galleria's dream. And so the fact that like it carried on, but they wrote in the third movie that she was taking summer classes at NYU. So technically she is a part of Cheetah Girls still, but she didn't go on that trip.
Nothing. No.
Like she's talked about, but she
had no lines. She
didn't appear at all.
Wow.
The parents didn't appear. It was
not even her mom?
Them. Mm-mm.
Damn.
It was literally just them 3. They were in a restaurant.
So much for being BFFs.
Yeah. I know. And then that was another reason why. So basically, 3 did not do well. Everyone knows this. 3 did not do well. Major part of it is because Raven wasn't a part of it. But also, like, a lot of the formula of Cheetah Girls was disrupted because, like, they have this thing where there's no solos. Like, there's no leader of the group. Even though they kind of try to make that a thing in the first movie, that Raven was really bossy and all this other stuff. That's why it came up in the second one when they're like, oh, you're just trying to be a control freak again. When she's literally like, we gotta rehearse.
Yeah.
And so... like,
she was just taking the performance seriously.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I was going to tell you about from the first movie to, like, give you more context of the second one, because I feel like you don't see the first movie, it's not as impactful. So, like, yeah, the first one, she got, like, big-headed about it because they were with this big-time producer, and so she was, like, having attitudes towards people, telling Dorinda that she needs to change her clothes, not knowing that she's a foster kid and barely has clothes, and like stuff like that. She was so rude and so like disrespectful, even to her own mom. And so like that's why she was kind of like villainized in the first one, but then had redemption at the end. Okay. And then so in the second one, that's like when the part when like it led up to her wanting to leave, when it was Marisol and
oh, like, you're trying to control me.
Yeah, she's like, here we go again. Like,
who are you to tell me who I can be friends with?
Yeah, and like that whole reason for that trip, making it full circle, was her trying to be a good friend for her. And then so she's like, well.
I was like, dang, she left, okay.
Yeah, so she was like, I'm going home.
Sheesh.
Man, but
she planned it all by herself. She's like, I'm just gonna catch a flight with my dad.
I know, the dad, and I'm so mad the dad doesn't show up, because the dad is such a funny character from the first movie. He's so she's half Italian, half black. So her dad's Italian. And so, like, the little stuff he will say is like he's speaking Italian and English at the same time. And then so, it was like understood that Raven understood Italian. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But, yeah, he was really funny in the first movie. But he's not in this one. So, yeah, back to the third one, though. The absence of Raven is why it flopped. They broke the formula of not having a leader because Adrian's the leader. And actually the whole, like, premise of the movie is to who gets to be the star in this Bollywood film. And only one of them can be the star. And so they're literally all trying to be the lead. So they're competing against each other. So it's like, ironically, Aqua's the actor. And then Dorinda's the one who can dance, and Chanel's the one that can sing. So then they're like, you want me? I'm the dancer. I think the song's called I'm the One.
Oh, gosh.
And so, like, they do that. And then even on TikTok, they showed, like, the American hip-hop dancers versus the Bollywood dancer.
I didn't see all that. I didn't get to that side.
Yeah, it's like that. And then, like, you know those TikToks where they have no sound? And it's just, like, the backward. It's like... So that's literally what it was. If I find it, I'll put it in and show you.
Oh my god,
but it was really funny. Oh no. So yeah, that's the reason why the third one isn't good. And even Keely, like, admitted that the third one wasn't good when she was on Instagram Live with Raven last year. And that Instagram Live last year, like, when all celebrities was going live and stuff because of the pandemic.
The panini.
The panini.
The panoramic.
The Pandemi Lovato. All of that stuff. But, yeah, like, I didn't know that they had much tension or issues. I think because I was 11. Like, I didn't really see it. But then, literally, since I've seen this movie so many times, I was like, let me look back and see what, when there was some tension. So, like, to get into the full gossip, that's, like, old gossip by now. Yes, the tea. I can't. I was so wrong. So, like I mentioned earlier, that they got, between the first and second movie, everyone but Raven got close together because they were touring and all that other stuff. So, Raven was only friends with, whoever played Marcel. Like, they were the two that got along on set.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because she felt
sorry, guys. It's not
Am
time.
I boring
No.
you?
I am pregnant. I am 5 months pregnant. I get sleepy.
It's time for a nap.
Once it gets warm and comfy, it's that's why I keep trying to drink whatever's left of this liquid here. Well, it was a Izzy and it tasted really good. But just a little disclaimer. I get sleepy. So continue.
Okay.
You're not boring me, I promise.
Okay. Well, what was I saying though?
Her and Monica got
Marisol. Yeah,
Marisol.
they got
Marisol.
Yeah.
Got along.
They got along because they were like the odd ones out. Because she was coming into a group, and
so
it's
they
like,
were
I
being
don't
really
know
cliquey
them.
then.
Yeah, they were being extremely cliquey.
Ugh.
And then so yeah, she felt ostracized from them, and Raven brought that up in the Instagram Live as well. But yeah, it turns out that Keely and Raven didn't get along in Cheetah Girls 2. And I first found this out when Raven used to be a host on The View. And the actress who played her mom in Cheetah Girls was a guest on The View. And then she talked about it, and then, like, she was saying, like, oh, Barcelona. Like, that was like a, ugh. And I think even when Raven was on The Real, which Adrian's the host of, she was like, Barcelona. I was like, what happened in Barcelona?
Dang.
And then so I looked more into it, and it turns out, like, her and Keely, they say fought. I don't know if it was physical, verbal, or what, but knowing Keely, it was probably a mosh posh of the two. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of tension between them
and stuff.
Yeah.
Chicken.
I mean, chicken. I can't. But I'm just a speculator. This is all alleged, but I'm assuming it was the power dynamic.
Yeah.
Of it all. Keely seems like she is very she puts herself down a lot. I even saw that reflected on the live. Like, she talks down about herself a lot. And so she probably, in that space of Cheetah Girls 2, felt very insecure and projected that on Raven. Keely and Raven, you can tell that they were, like, at odds with each other on set. More so through Keely, because Raven, I feel like she uses her emotions in her craft because she's been doing this since she was 3. And so it was a part in Strut when she said, when like the guitar was playing, and then she's like, shh, and like the way she said it so aggressively, that was very out of Aqua's character. And so I'm like, because even Aqua's character was like fluctuating the whole time. You would have the smart one, like the I guess I'll belong to that and all that other stuff. And then like she would go to like the dancing cat, the dancing count, I'm dizzy. And so like, girl, pick a characteristic. So yeah, it was totally out of character when she shushed Raven. Like you could tell she was shushing Raven, not Galleria. And then Raven was supposed to be annoyed when they went to her mom's like designer friends had like a boutique in Barcelona, and so Aqua is now a designer. That wasn't in the first movie, so like now she likes designing. And so when she was like, you have 15 minutes, it was like, oh, but that dress needs me. And then it was like, you have 14. And so like you could tell she was annoyed then. Yeah. And then also another one with Raven, when they're like something, we can believe it because we know we can't. Like, and they start hugging, they side hug, and Raven's just like, yeah, childish. I mean, yeah. And you just see that
because they're grown women.
Yeah, and that
well, all of them are grown, right?
This came out what? 2006.
That's one thing I saw. I saw some interviews about her because she was talking about I was gonna say TLC, 3LW. Adrian was saying that she would keep getting, like, she didn't want to sing anymore because she kept getting put in this bubble. Yeah, of like a young girl.
She talked about that on the reel. Yeah, that's the reason why she didn't sing. So that's why I was like so like heartwarming when she came out with her Christmas album a couple years ago. I was like, oh, she's singing again. But yeah, they like utilized that she sounds so youthful in her voice. That's why she was still with the franchise at 25. And so it was hard to break away. And even I saw like another reason why Raven left. She's like, I'm like, you know, I was originally a solo artist. I want to be a solo artist. She wants to like, not like conflict with like, I'm doing my solo stuff and then come back and then do Disney stuff. And then like, you like, I don't know how to describe it, but
because there comes a time where you don't want to be categorized as a Disney Channel star. Yeah,
and even that, like, it's hard for them to break away. And I think Raven wants to do that naturally and not like
one day it's like a Miley Cyrus. Yeah,
no, but yeah. So she didn't want to confuse her audience to where she's making this type of music on her own, but then she's over here talking about some Cheetah-licious and like very. You still think I'm 12? Oh yeah, that's a great word. All day. Well, yeah. So that's like basically what Adrian was going through. Like people still thought she was like a
20,
like 18. No, like a teenager, and it's rough when you're playing a teenager. And then so it was like, by the way, I'm 25. I'm playing 10 years younger than I am.
That's like freaking what's his name in Hannah Montana, her brother.
Jason freaking Earls.
Yes.
Like, late 30s
playing a teenager. Yeah. Like that's insane.
That was ridiculous.
I would be like so conflicted if that was me. But I digress. Overall, this movie did not disappoint. I was very shocked happy you said that this movie was pretty decent. I have like very like the complaints I have are more or less like, ugh, they're singing more again. But I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
Well, I did, because at first I was like, oh, let's debate so I can get Jessica to like this movie, but
plot twist, I liked it.
So yeah, I don't have much else to say. I think to justify it so I don't seem very biased about the film, I'll talk about some of the gripes I have with it to make it, I'm growing.
Issues. Wow.
See, 27.
With a unicorn theme, my bad, but...
It is a horse with colors. It is not... You can't put an age limit on that.
Nah. I don't agree.
That's just like, you can be 6 or 62 and have a sloth party. It's an animal.
Good point.
Just unicorns don't exist, but neither here nor there. But anyway,
or they do.
Oh, it was just some of the production stuff that I found funny. So when they were singing the lullaby in the dancing cat, Dorinda was like, I think they kept it in the movie because it fit well. Like, she was looking off to like Joaquin, and she was singing ah instead of ooh, and then she was like, and then they kept that in. It was I'm pretty sure it was a mistake.
Oh,
but it played well because like, oh, she was distracted.
I didn't peep that.
Yeah, so it was like she was distracted, but it
showed.
It showed, and it was appropriate. So I think that was.
I think that's cool though. Like that fits well because like they're teenagers. You get distracted by a boy. Your love interest.
Oh, Marisol's outfit stressed me out too, and it brought me back to when
with all the denim. Or?
No, the one when she's singing "Why Wait" with the pink hat, and then it's so funny because like with this movie,
she threw it and they gave it back to her.
Yeah, with this movie and High School Musical 1 and 2, they had like the sing along the pop up version. Mm-hmm. So they would have like this weekend where it's like the regular movie and then the sing-along version and then the dance-along version and then like the pop-up version. And so you would watch like Cheetah Girls 2 and it'll be the sing-along. Then you watch it and then there'll be commercials and this dance-along. You learn to dance. And then the other one would be the pop-up version, which was like the director's cut. And then like it'll tell you fun facts.
It's too much.
I mean, they were just like, they
were milking all of it.
Yeah. But the pop-up, I just love director's cuts. Like, clearly I'm into
but you like that
film.
Stuff,
yeah,
though.
But it's fun facts.
Okay.
Because, like, for instance, Raven's hat was cut off at the end at Amigas Cheetahs because it kept falling off. So they cut the brim. That's why her hair's out like that. And her dress was...
Clever.
Clever. And her dress was inspired by the dragon sculpture or something like that they passed by in Strut. So I was like,
that's cool.
That's cool. But the one I was going to talk about was Marisol's outfit. I don't know if the actress hated the hat, but she kept throwing the hat and it kept coming back to her. And she's like, I don't want this hat. Mm-hmm. She even stepped on the hat at the end. And then this one dude was like, and pushed it back. Come on now. She does not want this hat.
I didn't peep that she stomped on it.
If you would have watched the pop-up. The stomp. Yeah. It was like, no, because they made comments like, wow, she really doesn't like this hat. Like, the bubble will come up after she stomped on it.
Well, you could tell, like, she didn't like it, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could, because, like, when she put it on and then she took it off immediately.
Yeah, because, like, that wouldn't be her shtick. Mm-mm. Like, she wanted to wear the hat, she would have kept the hat. Or unless the hat wasn't cooperating, it wasn't a good choice, because it kept, like, she was like, yeah, and it was, like, to the side. And she was like, nope.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was pretty funny when she threw it out and then it came back to her.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I know. She was like, why wait?
Yep.
Oh man, that was good. But one last production thing, when they get really heated about Galleria leaving and Adrian's character is like talking to them, her eyeline is so off.
What do you mean?
And so like basically, let's say I'm trying to get in with the camera. Let's say I'm like right here, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm talking to somebody, like let's say that's the couch.
Okay.
I'll be talking to them like this.
Yeah.
She was like this.
Oh Lord.
And I was like, what? Because I was like, I barely caught that.
Wow.
And I was like, why is she yelling to the corner when they're right in front of her?
Because it was two different scenes, right?
Yeah. So, like, they do a lot of different angles. Like, they probably weren't even in the room when that happened.
Or it was a reshoot.
Yeah, it was like they had to probably do a retake and then just try to get the eyeline right. But it was off. So off. She was like this.
Didn't even peep that. I don't think a regular person would have peeped that. I think somebody that's like...
I literally caught that now. I never caught that a day in my life.
Yeah.
And then so, that's literally a production thing. But plot thing, the biggest thing that I had was that the proposal was trash.
Dude, I would have been so pissed.
I never noticed.
And the thing is, what kind of ticked me off was like, I get it that he didn't want to propose or whatever because she didn't like him, meaning
Chanel.
Chanel didn't like Luke, which is her mom's
and
fiance.
That goes back all the way to the first movie. Like, she just did not like or trust him.
I was like, this is... Can I say the ASS word?
Sure, go ahead.
This engagement proposal thing is ass.
Yeah.
Because, like, all he did was he walked out. She was all sad and gloomy because nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just comes out and, like, everyone's like, oh, he's doing it. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, okay, let's see. And it was like, he wasn't even dressed, like, nice.
I mean, because that's his normal. He's, like... very fancy with what he
but he didn't have a tie.
Yeah,
it was like unbuttoned.
That was his normal. It wasn't average Joe's streetwear, but it was his streetwear. So
I guess.
No, I'm just saying. So there was no effort because it was literally like if I showed up in this, but if I wore blazers, bodysuit, and jeans all the time.
But he was just like he had her. She was sitting down, and then she stood up, and then. He stood with her for a second. I forgot what he said.
He said basically how it went down was she was sitting down. He said, "Can I ask you something?" Stood her up, and then he's like, and then dropped to his knee.
Yeah, like suddenly.
Did it because the way it's supposed to come across is that he's nervous because like, oh, where's the ring?
It's
in your pocket. But
how you gonna forget where it is?
So lackluster. I mean, I understand that some people forget. Well, it's a movie trope. I mean, I haven't witnessed proposals, so I don't know if people are like, which pocket is it in? But that's like a thing to make it, I don't know.
And then she was like, a delayed yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, all right.
I think she was more so in shock. Because she knew it was going to happen. I think she put that out there. She was so desperate for it to happen.
With a capital D. Desperate. Because that's all she talked about. Yeah. Like, within the first 10 minutes of the movie. Mm-hmm. He's gonna do it. He's gonna propose. I need that ring.
Yeah, I'm either gonna a ring or a tattoo.
Ring or a tattoo. I was like, a tattoo of what, ma'am? And where?
A butterfly or a unicorn.
Oh, yeah. What was it they said? They said something cheesy.
Yeah, something cheesy like a butterfly. Wait, no. A unicorn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fitting. I mean, that's a very deep cut line from the movie, but hey. Mm-hmm. But I think because it came off of that sentimental scene, I guess that's where you get because that was the true thing that needed to be resolved was the relationship between Chanel and Luke. Yeah,
that was like the actual...
We already knew they were going to get married. Like, it was whatever. Just knee, ring, yes. Like, that's all you need. Because, like, in the first movie, she didn't like... Because Luke was a mystery. So this was actually the first movie that we got to see who Luke was. Because Luke was just talked about in the first one.
It was just like her boyfriend that she met.
And so that's why, and he was from France. So it was like, ooh, some French dude. And that's why in the first one they were like, I thought Luke was from France. He was like, he lives in France, but he's from Barcelona. So he was spending the summer, because he's rich. So he's spending the summer in Barcelona.
So my question for you.
Yes.
I did watch it to the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I did speed through it because I was tired of the song.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good song.
Yeah.
But I was just like, let's wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
So did they win? Because I mean, honest, like it gave like.
What?
It shows like, oh, they were like the crowd favorite because everyone was on their feet. People were joining. All the other groups were joining. All the other singers were joining. So it indirectly told you they won, but they never said they won.
Yeah, because I was like, hold on. Like, how far did you get? Them dancing out?
Yeah, and then it went to the scene.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't think that...
They never announced it. You would think they'd be like,
yeah.
oh, by the way, Cheetah Girls won.
Yeah,
like,
no, it was kind of like unspoken. That's the last gripe I had. Was
okay.
The ending.
Okay.
I'm like...
I was like, that was just like, nothing wrapped up for me.
We don't know if they won, but also, yeah, they won. Like, clearly. How would they not win? Literally, the whole block was involved.
Yeah.
Like, the
backup dancers, all the
dancers,
and the guy, the main guy was playing the trumpet. And so I was just like, okay, they into it. All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm like, literally, the whole
seeing
squad.
That kind of was like, okay, I guess they won.
How would they lose?
Yeah.
Who would be the dude, the DJ, and that one dude?
But technically, wouldn't they be, like, disqualified because everyone else was performers?
No, they're not paid performers, though. That's the reason why they almost got out of it. Because, basically, oh yeah, bringing it back to Lola. Like, she... Lola.
Oh my God. And you know what pissed me off? Okay, before you get into that, because you just reminded me. Sorry. Y'all.
It's okay.
We tangenting.
Not all over the place. No, we're just all over the place.
Yeah. Well, because we don't want to go into it like detail. It's kind of like we just want to have a regular conversation. But for context.
Yeah.
Her mom, Adrian's mom, well,
Marisol's mom?
No. What's her name?
Galleria. Chanel.
Chanel.
Yeah.
Her mom didn't speak Spanish. She would say things in Spanish. That wasn't Spanish, bro. That was like, I just learned.
I was like, no, put us here.
Yeah, I was like, come on, no. How is it that your daughter speaks better Spanish than you? And you have an accent, kind of.
I think in the first one.
I can be the judge of that. I'll come back. I'll come back and tell you if it's
They dialed it down. I think she had a heavier accent. I don't remember her speaking Spanish.
Like an English accent, meaning that Spanish was her first language and she had an accent to speak English.
Yeah.
I peeped that in this one, but
it was
in and out.
It was a lot heavier.
But she barely had lines.
No, in the first one.
No, I'm saying in the second one, so you can't really tell.
Yeah. But I remember it's just like when she was mad. Like the part when Chanel ran up her credit card to spite her mom because they were supposed to go on a shopping trip, and then she bailed her for Luke, and so she was like, well, I'm gonna take your card and max it out, and that's what she did. And then so she came home, and then Chanel came home, her mom was reading the statement, and then Chanel's like, what's up? And then she was like, what's up? My credit card bill is up. That's what's up. And like she said that with like a very heavy accent. And so that's how I'm like, maybe it's when she's mad. But she did have very, not even Duolingo, very Spanish too. For non-Spanish speakers.
Yeah, that's what I peeped. But anyways, going to Lola.
Yeah. How
she sabotaged the girls. By getting them a gig at the
Dancing
club.
Cat, yeah.
And then them getting paid. She knew the rules because, keep in mind, she's done it. This is her third time with her daughter. So she knows the rules frontwards and backwards.
Yeah.
And what disqualifies you. So she paid the owner, right? Or no, she didn't pay the owner. She told the owner
like
to pay.
She signed up the gig, and then that's why he
like she was like their manager.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then so she set them up.
Yeah, because the sabotage came about because Marisol did it twice, the competition, and she saw the potential of the Cheetah Girls, more so when they sung the lullaby together, her and Chanel, and was like, you and Chanel make magic. That's how you'll get to win. That's how you get to America, all that other stuff. And so she was trying to break up the Cheetah Girls. And so her first attempt was to drive Chanel away. And then so like when Galleria was like, I'm going home, she's like, boom, we did it.
Yeah.
But then she came back. She was like, oh, I need to do another way. She got them gig, got them paid. Them being paid made them professionals, not amateurs. It was an amateur only competition. So that's what happened. But luckily, Angel, and that's also I want to go back to the point. I put a pin in it in my head. But the reason why they didn't have Galleria and Angel didn't have that like relationship, because I feel like he was supposed to be, for lack of better terms, their angel. Yeah, he was always around the corner somewhere, and so he saw everything go down. And then it was revealed at the end. I was like, oh, I love this reveal. She was like, well, who's your nephew? And like, ring.
But he saw, going back, he saw when the girls returned the money to the owner.
Yeah, because it was the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he saw that, yeah, he just basically saw everything. Like,
from a distance, honestly. Yeah. He was kind of like a people top.
Yeah. I was like, why are you just obsessed with the Americans? Is Barcelona that small? I still want to go.
It looked pretty big. But yeah, I feel like they were just like in an area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean,
I forgot. I wanted to mention something else about the Spanish in the movie. I wanted to get your opinion on it as a non-Spanish speaker. I mean, I was juiced that I knew some of it, and then I was like, because I know some of it, I feel like this is not like. I feel like it was written in a way for non-Spanish speakers to be able to pick
like
up.
Amigas and
Amigas, Cheetahs.
Yeah.
But like even like more, I understood Chanel when she was ordering, just because like literally that's all Spanish is in high school. Mm-hmm. They teach you how to order something from a restaurant. That's it. So I understood what she said. That was the only like full contextual thing I understood. I learned the song. I still kind of know it.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm like, but I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't translate it. So, like, for me to understand what's going on, I feel like they wrote it in a way for, like, non-Spanish speakers to, like, kind of get some context.
So, 3 things that stood out for me.
3.
Kind of. But they're kind of long.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So, Marisela? No, what's her name? Marisol.
Marisol.
I keep forgetting her name. I know her as Belinda. Mm-hmm. So she, when they were like, when she did her performance and she came down, mm-hmm. they were like, oh, it's so good. And she was like, gracias. But she said gracias with a Spanish accent.
Yeah.
Then, as she started talking, I
thought she had like a lisp.
That's a Spanish accent.
Okay. From Spain. I just thought like she personally had a lisp.
Her mom didn't have an accent. I didn't peep it.
Yeah, no. And then, like, yeah, because even when she said, it's easier for me to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And I think, because she said a Spanish, like, that was the only thing. But, like, her English was good.
Yeah.
And so, it was weird, but also that could have been, like, a manipulative thing.
Adrienne, her Spanish,
she was
she was enunciating a lot more. Because what is she, Dominican or Puerto Rican?
She's mixed.
Is she?
Yeah. It doesn't say.
I just know she's from New York.
She's from the Lower East Side, New York.
But her accent is different, I think, too. If she was to speak like.
She says American singer.
Mm. But
I know she's like Puerto Rican.
She's one of those like areas. She's in that area, and I think her Spanish would have been a little different than what she was, because she was speaking generic Spanish.
And what I noticed from her Spanish in this movie is not her speaking Spanish.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was like super proper, like,
mm-hmm.
What did she say? Like for the drink, like una, like she said like dieta, soda de dieta. Is that what she said?
Yeah, and then like with the lemon on the side.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I know what she said.
I can't remember how she said it in Spanish because I'm thinking of it like the non-proper way, but her Spanish was super duper proper. But that was my only thing with it, was because like the accents weren't very consistent for me, and I was like, I guess.
Even like the owner.
Yeah.
He had like kind of like a country twang.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
so I was like,
who are you?
For people, I mean, it wasn't made for Spanish speakers, so like nobody that doesn't speak Spanish wouldn't catch all that.
Yeah.
But I was just like taken back, like, okay.
And also, I feel like, because now I'm curious to see if that's reflected in Cheetah Girls 3, which I don't think so.
Did she ever dance with Joaquin again?
Joaquin doesn't show up in 3.
Damn.
They're like fighting in 3, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
A
little spoiler alert.
But, that's supposed to be her dance partner in
I mean, they probably
in New
did.
York.
The way he said it. What happened?
I'm getting ready to put your candle.
Oh. But, yeah. So that's the last little bit that I wanted to say about that. overall, before we light the candles, what would you rate it?
6.75.
And that's generous. I will take that.
6.75 Amigas. Cheetahs.
I was gonna say I'll do Cheetahs, but I would give it. I'm trying to take nostalgia out of it. Nostalgia, 10
That's
out of 10.
the whole point of this podcast.
I know. I'm trying to like
just
really...
be biased. It's your birthday
no.
and it's your
fine.
It's
I
10.
will give
it's
it
a 10.
I will give it 27 dancing cats.
Yep.
There we go.
I knew that.
No, I was really thinking 9 point something. Only because of like the mistakes and unnecessary parts that was in there.
Now that as an
adult. The mistakes but the unnecessary parts. Like I did not like the Aqua character shifting. That was just confusing and annoying at points. And that whole voiceover part was like,
oh yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah, but we were talking about the cringy. We kind of got off topic, but I did want to throw in there that It's Over is the best song because of the cheesiness. And I was like, this is where my love for cringe was born. Because that song is so cringy. It's so unnecessary.
I was like...
But you just gotta love it. And the reason why you love it is because you make fun of it. I make fun of Raven all the time. She's like, oh!
I think we should do a eye roll count.
Of you?
Uh-huh.
That's giving me more work to do
Sorry,
on my birthday.
Who knows?
I'll probably throw one in. But yeah, I guess we're having a candle ceremony?
Yes, because we don't got no cake. But we gotta move the cupcakes because
that's fine.
It's gonna open up.
It's gonna engulf in flames.
It is. Okay. So these are thick.
If you're in the Bay Area, go to the cupcake shop. Hashtag not spawn, but these cupcakes are pretty good.
This one, the one she picked.
Oh yeah. Happy Father's Day. Cause you know.
Ugh.
I'm such a dad.
Ugh.
Ugh. Oh no.
Yeah, that's your sister's cupcake.
Sorry, Sam. Let me do this. I never had a candle like this that sings. Or not sings.
You're gonna see this.
It plays music. Oh my god. Oh my god! Is it supposed to engulf?
It's pretty scary at first.
Yeah, I was like...
I'm glad I'm done.
Do we have an extinguisher on deck? My god.
And then it doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, I saw a meme about this yesterday. It was like literally an uncle had to like break this with a hammer. Yeah. All right, well, I guess this is just gonna play us out.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye. Oh, by the way, it's going to be jarring. The next episode will be from what we pre-recorded on Zoom, so we won't be in person next week. But sorry, we got to get them out. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Friday Night Lineup. Make sure to comment and rate us 5 stars. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Friday Night Lineup, for the video version of this podcast. Also, make sure to follow our Instagram and Twitter at TFNL_pod for more updates. And while you're there, give us some suggestions on what we should watch next. Talk to you next week. Bye.